Hello, everybody. It's Mia here at the Hollywood Junket. I have a very special guest today, Dickson Wong from Deal or No Deal Island. We're super excited to talk with him. Dickson, so we actually have our own excursion at the end of this interview. The Hollywood Junket, our logo is of a Deal or No Deal briefcase model. And at the end
Oh,
of the interview, we want to put you up to the challenge and see if you could guess who it is.
oh,
But
I probably can't because I only knew who two of them were. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it's Anya or Layla. I knew Lindsay, so we'll see though.
Definitely. So we also have a special guest in today. Shall we bring her on in? Right here, look how stunning you are.
Case number nine, right?
Hi, how
Case
are you
number nine.
guys?
Case number nine.
Number nine. I love it.
So Patricia is, like I said, an icon. She's an actress, a model, a TV host. Case number nine, suitcase model on Deal or No Deal. And we have Patricia. We have Dickson, who is going to guess the Hollywood Junket logo at the end of this interview. And Patricia is here to wish you luck. One of our logo, our main logo, is of a Deal or No Deal model. So we want Dickson to guess at the end, and Patricia is
Okay.
here to wish you luck,
I'm
Dickson.
here to I'm here to help
Oh gosh, I'm excited for
or
this.
at least give you
So,
support.
probably give me support because I will say one thing. Like on the show, everyone's acting like I knew all the models. I knew like two or three. Like that's
Okay,
all I
which
really
ones did
knew.
you
Like
know? Which ones did you know?
I knew Anya number 10. I knew Layla 13. And I knew Lindsay 26. So,
Nice.
and
And
then
Claudia? Did you know Claudia?
I knew Claudia, but that's only because she was on last season of
The
Zero.
original on the first one, yeah.
Um, I knew Brenda was from, I knew she was on there from Survivor, but I didn't know what number she was.
Yes.
Which I'm glad it was number 4 because that's the number I chose. So we'll act like I
Oh,
knew it.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Patricia, any advice for Dixon after the show? You know, this was a huge show. He did amazing too. But any just general life advice or entertainment advice you could give him?
Are you looking to get into entertainment or are you an actor,
So
model,
I'm not really an
host?
actor, not an act, definitely not an actor. I love my small town life. But the one thing I will say is I would love to be on more like reality competition shows, if that makes sense. So I'm not
Was
looking to
this your
start
first one?
this is my first one ever. So it was super cool. Super cool. Couldn't ask for a better experience, even though I lost.
You didn't really lose. I mean, you did great. I mean, you were great on there. And yeah, I watched a little bit of it. So it was pretty cool. That what an experience.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I won $5 million, had the hottest island girlfriend, played with freaking legends. I couldn't ask for, had a big blind side. Couldn't ask for a better experience as a reality TV fan. So
Where are you based?
I live in a small town called Woods River, Illinois. And it's like 40 minutes from St. Louis.
I'm
So
from
middle of
Chicago,
nowhere.
actually.
Okay. That's like six
Uh,
hours for me, but a lot of people when
yeah,
they hear
even being
Illinois,
in
they
a
think
small,
Chicago.
what was that?
A
Sorry.
lot of people when they think of Illinois, they think Chicago. Like I live right by.
Always.
I live like 6 hours from Chicago. So
Well, even where you're at, you're able to do a bunch of stuff. I mean, you're able to get into acting from where you're at. Obviously, you can travel. The great thing about today's world is everything is on self-tape. If you audition for anything, I'm assuming you had to do that for Deal or No Deal Island. Did you have to
yeah, so
videotape?
I had to submit a audition tape. And look where I am. They accepted me for some reason.
There you go. Well, now you can continue to do that, and now
Yeah.
you have a little notoriety.
Mhm.
So, yeah, you're in it now. Forget about it. We're going to be watching you doing all kinds of shows.
I hope so. I hope so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Patricia, you look stunning, first of all. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. And you are so beautiful yourself. Look at you.
Oh my gosh, now nobody can tell me anything for the rest of my life now. Thank you so much.
So
You're such
sweet.
a guy.
So sweet.
Thank you.
Humble and beautiful. That's a great combination.
Thank you, Patricia. You as well. You are an icon, and we're so happy that you are here to wish Dixon good
Thank
luck
you.
because we're gonna test his mind and his chops with a deal or no deal at the end of the interview.
Okay, well, I'm here for you. Anything you need, even if I don't know the answer, or I'm definitely here to support you. I'm excited for you. So good luck with everything.
I appreciate it. It was a pleasure meeting you,
Thank
Patricia.
you so
Same
much,
here. It's so nice
Patricia.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. What an amazing surprise, right, Dixon?
Oh, it was a great surprise. I thought you were gonna bring a Survivor or Big Brother player, but this is even cooler
Oh
possibly
yeah.
being be one of the original models. I was telling Patricia, I was telling, other interviews that I've done, I've grown up watching the original Deal or No Deal. It's one of my favorite memories being able to watch with my grandparents. I would, a lot of people think I'm kind of creepy for knowing it, but it's like people don't know how religious my family was with game shows.
Oh,
I grew up with Deal or No Deal. I grew up with Whammy, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, One versus 100. I grew up with these shows, and it was literally a thing where I would get home, probably after I did my homework, probably around like 5 p.m., and I would just watch game shows till my bedtime, which was like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. then. So cool being able to actually, be able to do this experience.
absolutely. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And then also the number one question, like everybody has been asking on social media and been wanting to know during the excursion in quicksand. That was insane. Props to you because even if they gave me 100 minutes, I could not have made it through at all.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it
I think
was
that
a
was
lot
great.
harder than what it was. David for sure broke that challenge. I think if I would have chosen anyone next, maybe not Parvati, but they would have struggled just as much as me. One thing that the edit doesn't show is that it took three people to get me out of that. So it wasn't one of those things where it's like, okay, we'll give Dixon a hand, pull him out. It's three people with a rope pulling on me to get me out of
Three.
that quicksand, and it
How
was
long
rough.
did it take?
I don't even remember. I was so ticked off that I didn't have safety. Um, I was a muddy mess. I don't even remember it, if you want me to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So.
And then why did you pick David over Letty?
So I chose David over Letty. If you pay attention to episode 7, and the relationship I had with Letty before then, I was trying to work out even before then. One thing that I did in the game, which Dr. Will's not wrong about, is I was trying to play all angles. It was a very Weasley game, in the sense of trying to play everyone. Letty was one of those people, I might have burned a bridge, but it's one that I was trying to build back each time. And I think our bond started when Will went home. She was telling me that Parvati and CK was telling her that the reason why she's still in the game is because they talked me out of it. Parvati didn't even know about my blind side.
Hmm.
The only one that did was David. And I'm trying to build that relationship with her. So one of the moves that I made in the game, which I don't think it was highlighted enough. A lot of people thought I was, really dumb for doing it. Was I sat out in that final 7 challenge. Because I saw the word gorge on the board and I thought it was like skydiving or
Yeah.
something or cliff diving or whatever, something with heights. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, count me out. But the biggest reason why is because I was trying to build that bridge back up with Letty. Because in the scenario that I did want to turn on the family, I did have another ally. Because a lot of people wanted me to turn on the family the entire time, but it's like I can't turn on people who are actually willing to work with me currently. I mean, yes, I was going to turn on at least David, not Parvati. I was going to turn on David before we got to the finals, but I couldn't turn on someone who had my back up to that point and just throw it up to chance. So I chose David over Letty because she did. I sat that challenge out and she still turned her back on me by voting me at the bottom. So, but the right move is, in looking at it now, I wish I would have chose CK because if
Hmm.
I would have chose CK, um, I mean, there's three people up for safety, right? I took one of the cases. CK took another case, which means David or Parvati would have been at the bottom with me. And my entire goal the entire time was to keep bigger threats in the game. That way, in the scenario that I was sitting on the bench like I was, and David or Parvati was, with me. I mean, be real with me. Wouldn't you choose one of them over me to take out? A survivor legend and a freak of an athlete? You would choose one of them over me, I feel like. And I had that mindset. Unfortunately, I was choosing David was my ultimate downfall. I did it myself. But I do believe if I would have, held true to having two threats in the game, and if I would have chose CK, I would be sitting in the finale right now.
Uh, but you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Maybe this was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
blessing in disguise.
No,
Um,
definitely. And it's, I'm so happy with the experience. Sixth place is fine, for my
yeah.
first time. And the person who ends up winning, I'm so happy for them. I wouldn't change my experience just because I didn't win for them because, they really did win a life life-changing amount of money, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Um,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
like I said, hopefully it's a learning experience for me. One of the things about me, and I don't know if you guys can tell this or not, I am an overachiever. And one of the biggest things about overachievers is that once they don't reach their goal and they fail, which my goal was to get safety, all you do is just think about what you did
Mm,
wrong. And I could not think straight after they pulled me out of the mud. I couldn't think straight. I just couldn't. And so hopefully, maybe this is a learning experience where it does teach me something down the road, to be maybe more chill, during these situations. So,
absolutely. No, I completely agree, Dixon. And I have one more huge question for you. This
okay.
is the deal or no deal moneymaker question right here. Who is this model? This is our logo right here, the Hollywood Junket. Maybe Patricia can help you, give you some hints.
I was
I'm gonna
looking
be
at that
real with
too, and
you.
she looked familiar. I'm like, let me
I'm
get
gonna
my glasses
see a
on.
little bit.
I think I know who it is. I do know who it is.
I
She's
can
one of the models
okay.
on Deal.
Was it case? I know it's not Anya. I
No,
know it's not Layla. It's
Did you
not
know all
Lindsay.
the numbers? I mean, did you I know you had your favorites, but you said you really didn't. You only knew the
Oh, I
few,
only
right?
remember like certain ones, and that's because like whenever their case would get chosen, my grandparents would be like, "Oh, look, there's your crush right there." No, I don't
I
remember
love
those.
it. Okay, I'm gonna give her a number. It's 18.
I definitely don't remember. Definitely
I was
don't remember.
gonna say, I know that doesn't help
Oh,
you at all. She's Italian. Yeah, if you don't know all the models, it's gonna be a tough one.
yeah.
So I leave it to you whether we should tell him.
Yeah.
I'm
Ready?
taking
Let's do
yell
it
on
on
it.
three. One, two, three. Marissa
Marissa.
Payton. Mhm.
I would never have gotten that.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
never have gotten so.
she was on there from the beginning. She was there all 4 seasons. She's awesome. She's an actress. She does very well. Actually, a really good friend. But yeah, that
So just out of
she looks
curiosity, how often do you keep in contact with people from the show?
um with some of the girls quite a bit from the first show
Okay.
and the reboots. I'm really close to Jill. I don't know if you know number 12. Every once in a
Yeah.
while, I'll talk to Anya. And a few of the other girls, Claudia, I've talked to here and there. So it varies. But some of them I'm really close to where we're consistently, we keep in touch and hey, what's going on? We go to each other's birthdays, weddings,
Dang,
kid stuff, stuff like that. It's actually really cool.
that is super cool. So
That's
Yeah, it's such
were you watching season one when Claudia was on it?
I did watch it. So I actually was in the running for the first island.
No
And
way.
I was
so
going through the
sweet.
motions, and then I realized it wasn't quite for me. So part of me is bummed out because, I've been on every show of Deal or No
Uh-huh.
Deal. And
Yeah.
so to not be part of it, I was like, am I doing the right thing and not following through? But I was in the middle of it, all the great stuff that goes along with getting into, like all the castings part of it
Mhm.
and the
Dang,
the
that's
background
nuts.
stuff.
That's awesome, Patricia. Oh my
Yeah,
Wait,
it
gosh.
was
so
cool. But
they were gonna
but
have
Claudia,
someone
I think,
start?
was a great person to be on it. Definitely better, I
Oh,
think, than I would have played. She's competitive. She's got that in her.
yeah.
So I think she was a great choice for it.
Patricia, I do have one question. Could you bring
Uh,
down a tree in an
what was
argument?
that?
Could you bring down a tree in an argument like Claudia did?
I'd like to think so, but probably not.
That's iconic.
That's nuts that you told me that. So that means that they were gonna have someone no matter what on the original Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, I didn't even know Claudia was in the running for it. I had no idea. I mean, we're not privy to that information, who's
Yeah.
auditioning,
Right.
who's not. So I was just going through my auditions. And then when I didn't end up doing it, I still was like, I want to watch it. I want to see
Yeah.
what's going on with this show. I mean, Deal or No Deal Island, that's so new.
Right.
And once I saw it, I was like, oh, this makes so much sense with Claudia on there. So I'm happy she did it. It's a great show. I mean, it's an addicting show through and through, from the original to Deal or No
Yeah.
Deal Island. It's very addicting. And this year is actually the 20th anniversary of Deal or No Deal.
Dang, that's nuts.
Isn't that
Nice.
crazy? 20 years. It's a great
So,
show.
Yeah.
am I seeing you on season three by any chance of Deal or No Deal Island?
I don't know.
I
Maybe.
hope so. I hope so. Honestly, I was expecting. I mean, again, I didn't know what case she was, but I was expecting to see Brenda because she does have that survivor background. And I didn't know she was a case girl. I just didn't know what number she was. So I was
I
expecting to see
wonder if
her
they
out there.
reached out to her or not. I don't know. That would have been a good one for the show. I think
Right,
you're
right.
right.
Oh, guys,
So,
Hmm.
we have to wrap. I'm getting the wrap call, but thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you, Dickson, for being on the interview. You guys both are iconic. You guys both are legends. Dickson, you did an amazing job, and Patricia, you are forever amazing. So thank you so much for being on today.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Pleasure
it was a,
meeting you both, you guys. Good
it
luck
was
with
a pleasure meeting
everything.
both of you guys. So thank
Thank
you so
Can't
much
wait
for
to
being
see what you do next.